Number 1. The soft plastic disc under a soda bottle cap. Most people believe that the soft plastic disc underneath the soda cap is to keep it from spilling. While it can help with leaks, it actually has another purpose. The disc keeps the bottle airtight, which will keep the soda from going flat. If you remove the disc when you open the bottle, the next time you open it, you won't hear the sound when you open the bottle of all the carbonation because it'll be gone. Number 2. The hole beside the back camera on an iPhone. If you've ever looked at the back of your iPhone, you'll see a small dot next to the camera. Some people believe that it is a reset button. That is not the case. This small hole is actually a microphone that is used so that you can hear what people are saying when you take a video using the back of your camera. Thanks to this small hole, you don't need to worry about having muffled voices in your videos. Number 3. The hole in a ruler. Most rulers have a hole at the top, often at the 3-inch line. Most people don't know the purpose for this hole. It doesn't have a scientific purpose, and it won't help you to make a straighter line, and it won't help you to measure things either. The reason for this hole is so that you can hang your ruler on a small nail near your desk. It's just there to make it easier to store. Number 4. The bump on the F and the J keys on your computer keyboard. Most trained typists don't need to look down at the keys when they type. It's much faster to be able to type without looking down very often. There's a small bump on the F key and the J key so that the typist can get their fingers on the home keys without needing to look down to find the right place. Number 5. The spike on the top of a tube's cap. If you've ever bought a tube of cream or a tube of toothpaste, you may have noticed the spike on the top of the cap. This is actually for a purpose. Oftentimes there's a piece of protective aluminum covering the hole. Well, to easily get the aluminum open, you would push the spike through the protective foil so that you can easily open your tube. It's much easier than using a pair of scissors or a pencil to open the tube. Number 6. The arrow next to the gas gauge on your vehicle. If you've ever looked at your gas gauge, you may have noticed that there's a small arrow beside the gas tank icon. Now, most people have no idea what this is for. The auto manufacturer put this arrow on the gas gauge so that you know what side of the car your gas tank is on. If the arrow points to the right, it means that the gas tank is on the right side of the car. This makes it easy to pump gas in a rental car or if you're borrowing a friend's car. When you pull up at the gas pump, you won't need to get out of the vehicle first to check what side the gas tank is on. Number 7. The hole in the middle of your pasta spoon. Of the 8 things you did not know the use for, this is the most useful and the most misunderstood. Most people look at the hole in their pasta spoon and they think it's there to drain the hot water. Well, it does do that, but when testing your pasta to see if it's done, the last thing you want is to get burned with boiling water, right? The hole will drain the hot water, yes, but it has another purpose as well. The hole is just large enough to fit 1 serving of dry spaghetti. Now, if you don't want to make the whole box and you'd rather make just a portion, well, all you need to do is fit the spaghetti in the hole. There you go, enough for 1 person. Number 8. The pen and the nail. If you've ever looked at your nail and noticed a white spot underneath, it means that you have a calcium deficiency. It's very common and it really is not very serious. If you start taking calcium pills, the white spots should disappear. Even adding more milk to your diet could help. If you've ever looked at the ink in certain pens, you might see yellow ink. This actually is not ink. It's just a liquid to keep the pen's ink from drying up quickly. It mixes with the pen's ink when necessary so that your pen will always write perfectly. Number 9. Bottom of the stapler. You ever looked at your stapler closely? If you have a typical desk stapler, look at the bottom. There's a metal plate that can be turned around. Most people who have staplers have seen the plate, but they just don't know what it's for. Well, if you leave the plate as is, you will get a larger staple, which is great if you're going to be stapling a large stack of papers. If you're going to be stapling 10 or more pages, you would need to use the original plate position. If you're going to be stapling just 1 or 2 papers, you can flip that metal plate around. It'll make the staples smaller, which is what you would need if you were to staple just 1 or 2 pieces of paper.